Hi, my name is Andrew Murray, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to create your own 3D logo using Adobe Illustrator. So to create a 3D logo, it's going to take 5 very simple steps. The first thing we want to do is create a half a circle and then add 3 to 5 different stripes as another separate symbol. So we're going to open up Photoshop. When we open up Photoshop, you'll see this blank page. The first thing we want to do is go to the rectangle tool. Create a rectangle and then go back to the rectangle tool. Click the right side of the mouse, the ellipse tool, and create a circle. To make sure your circle is perfectly straight, you want to hold down the Shift key as you're creating it. Once your circle is created, you want to come over to the selection tool. When you get to the selection tool, line it up with the rectangle so that half the circle is covered and the other half is available. You want to choose the selection tool and highlight both objects at once. When both objects are highlighted, come to the Pathfinder window and choose the third selection. This will isolate half of the circle, giving you exactly what you need. Now we're going to come back to the rectangle tool and make 3 stripes. I'm going to copy and paste, go back to my selection tool, and drag each rectangle, giving me 3 stripes. You want to make sure there's equal distance between all your stripes. Now with the selection tool, highlight all 3 boxes and choose a color that you want them to be. After choosing a color, come to the symbols window and you're going to drag your shape into the window and give it a name. I'll name mine 3 stripes and choose OK. Now that we've created our half circle and 3 stripes, we've saved it as a symbol, we can now turn our half a circle into a 3D shape. We're going to add map art, which is where our 3 stripes is going to come to use. I'm going to go back now into Photoshop. Now that I'm in Photoshop, I'm going to go to Layers, and I'm going to duplicate my layer by dragging layer 1 to this piece of paper. Now that I have a new layer, I'm going to label that as 3D exterior and hit enter. Now I'm going to make sure I have the selection tool available. Click on the half a circle, go to Effect, find 3D, and choose Revolve. When I click it, I'm going to go to the offset, choose right edge, click Preview, and then select Map Art. When you select Map Art, you want to click Invisible Geometry, go to surface number 4, at Symbols, select the symbol we made, Stripes, and choose Scale to Fit. After scaling to fit, you want to select Shade Artwork, and then select OK. If you're happy and satisfied, select OK. If you're not, you can change the direction and look of your shape up here. Select OK, and we have our new 3D shape. So the third step is going to be adding a gradient colored circle to the center of our shape. So before we do this, let's go back into Photoshop, and we're going to duplicate our 3D exterior layer, and we're going to change this layer name to Inside Circle, and select OK. We can also turn off layer 1 to make our shape look better, and we can delete our symbol since it's saved. Now the next thing we're going to do is make sure we have our selection tool. We're going to click on the image, go to Object, and select Expand Appearance. After expanding the appearance, we want to click Ungroup, right-click again and select Ungroup, and then right-click again, Release Clipping Mask. Now you want to go back to the rectangle tool, right click it, and select ellipse tool. We're going to make another circle. I'm going to choose a gradient for it, make it black and white. Go back to the selection tool and fit it right into our 3D shape. I'm going to click on the 3D shape in the background, right click it, and select Arrange, Bring to Front. You can then adjust the size of your inside object as you please. My fourth step is going to be creating a shadow. So I'm going to duplicate my layer by dragging inside circle to the piece of paper. I'm going to rename this layer as Shadow and hit enter. And I'm going to go over to my ellipse tool. I'm going to make a circle. Back to my selection tool. I'm going to drag my shadow right beneath the shape, my 3D shape. Our final step in creating a 3D logo is going to be to add a reflection. We're going to go back into Photoshop and we're going to duplicate our layer again. This layer is going to be called Reflection. And click enter. Now when we're working on this layer, we're going to want to have the shadow removed. Now with the direct selection tool, we're going to highlight our 3D object. We're going to right click and choose group. When everything is grouped, we're going to go then to our selection tool, right click and select transform and reflect. This is going to come up and you want to choose horizontal, then select OK. Now copy this image and then do edit, undo reflect, then edit again and paste. You're then going to drag this image slightly below the original, go into your layers and reselect. You're going to create a rectangle using the rectangle tool and cover the reflection that you just created. Next, you're going to then come over to the transparency, open it up, go back to your selection tool, go over to transparency and choose make mask. You're now going to select this gradient and you're going to choose the gradient tool. You can play around until you find the right amount of reflection, and when you're finished, select this side to end, and you now go back to your selection tool, group everything together, and you have a new 3D logo. So as you can see, we started off with half a circle and just 3 stripes, and we were able to turn that into a full 3D logo with reflection, shadow, and everything.